Welcome back to Briarwood City one final time. That's right, this is going to be the final episode for our inaugural city, but don't worry, there's more to come. I just feel like I've reached the goals I set for myself for our area. I do want to take this episode to kind of look back at where we started several months ago and how things have progressed since then. Let's dive in. Let's start our tour in Sunnyside Park, an area just beyond the main city and catering mostly to the residents that support the cottages on the lake. The area is also an intermediary between the city and our larger farming fields. Rosewood Marsh, featuring campgrounds and plenty of space for outdoor activities, is the park located in the middle of the lake that separates the city from Sunnyside Park. It's a favorite for people trying to take a break from the hustle and bustle of downtown for the weekend. Magnolia Fields is Briarwood City's primary farming industry area and the source of most of the produce for our citizens and restaurants. As the city expanded and our population grew, higher levels of education became necessary, and so the Technical Institute of Briarwood City, or Briarwood Tech, came into existence. It sits on a premium waterfront property location and, while small, the university is prestigious. Amity Park houses Briarwood City's passenger train hub and small residential area. It also serves as a stepping stone to our more posh resorts for the rest and relaxation of the well-to-do. Speaking of posh rest and relaxation, Fairview Square is the place to be for the celebrities and wealthy of the area. With 2 towers located on the upper lake and the Lost Resort nestled next to a large waterfall, there's plenty of room for people to spend the weekend, or longer, away from the masses. On the opposite end of the spectrum, we find perfect reformation, Briarwood City's very own Alcatraz. An isolated island surrounded by water, this is where we try to rehabilitate those who have lost their way so they can rejoin society. A little ways up in the foothills to the north, we find Osstown, which caters primarily to the workers in the ore and oil industries. While predominantly for them, the city folk have discovered the quaint area and begun to use it as a bit of a getaway from the city. Walnut Field Oil is the area's sole provider of oil, petroleum, and plastic products, and it produces enough to export for increased profit. Elizabeth Hills sprung up shortly after the city's founding along the northeastern point of land. As our first suburb, it was a nicer area, and while still nice, the city has expanded and enveloped it entirely. Barlow Forestry, the city's first industry, is a small but mighty producer of wood, pulp, and paper. It sits just off the freeway by Cherry Square and Manor Grove. Cherry Square is our fishing industry zone. Specializing mostly in salmon, it supplies some of the best sushi restaurants in Briarwood City. What started as Briarwood City's primary source of crops and livestock has since been overshadowed by Magnolia Fields and become more of a hipster urban farming area. Our very own arts district, Emerson Heights, injects some culture into our otherwise bland population. While it serves as an extension of city center, it also houses the city's version of Central Park and the Briarwood Arts Center seen here. One of the later additions to Briarwood City are the districts of Primrose Park and Moore Heights, which sit off the freeway to the south side and house our international airport, some commercial buildings, and our specialty factories. Last but not least, Magnolia District, the city's center. Located along the lakefront, this is where it all began. I want to thank you for hanging out with me throughout this build, and I hope you'll join me for our next adventure, which should be a slight departure from what we've done here. But I don't want to give anything away too soon, so stay tuned, and thanks again.